Another video update. The tank breather system is all finished. What we've got is obviously the supply and return for the petrol and the all important breather, so when you're at the petrol forecourt, when you're filling up petrol, the air has got somewhere to go. Because of the way the tank's set up, I've got to make sure this doesn't feed petrol back into the breather, because obviously it goes up here and then straight down and it runs along the gearbox tunnel or transmission tunnel as you'd know it. So I've got this little loop which is a lot higher, and it's as high as I can go, there we go, to stop the petrol feeding back through. That then goes down into there, straight down into the transmission tunnel, and then goes to the back. So we've got the fuel lines which runs to the fuel filter, and then the lines run up and exit there, waiting to receive the engine. I'll know the exact placement of them when the engine's in. I've got the vac line which is original to the MR2. That also goes round, up, and that's waiting again for placement to the engine. Clutch line, which is that brass nipple, or I should say joining union, compression joint, that runs around, that's all shrunk wrap, runs around with the brake line. These are the brake lines. This one, clutch, again is terminated, and that'll be bent to suit the clutch line for the Audi. As an added note, all the brake lines are all hot shrink in black, so that it sort of falls in line with the original Toyota. I exit through there, and there's a stainless steel braided hoses. All the brake lines are all now bled. Same for the other side. So brake lines, and they run into there and exit through to stainless steel, as does the front. These have all been tested with the wheels in, because obviously I don't want them failing. So that all runs out, terminated again, and stainless steel braided hose lines. As with the other side, that's where the original Toyota one goes, and now we're moved over to the Audi if you want. Same with the other side. That's where we are. So all the fluid transfer lines from the front to the back are complete. A picture is showing you, but this is the filler line from the forecourt. So as you pump up with gas at a petrol station, it's a 35mm line, which is way bigger than what the original Toyota one is. That's been pressure tested to 2.5 bar, and I had a couple of pinholes on the welds which are now been seamed up, so that's all good. That's going to be powder coated, as with all the parts from the engine. As a matter of fact, regarding the engine, I've also mounted the Toyota air conditioning pump, keeping everything as per Toyota where possible. It was quite simple. This is the original Audi air conditioning pump and power steering pump mount, and then all I had to do was retrofit a conversion plate which would make the holes line up for the housing on the Audi and the housing for the, or mount for the air conditioning pump. I need to fabricate new lines, or just twist them around, like cut and TIG them, sorry, so that they actually match up to the Toyota, because this is obviously mounted inline rather than transverse from the Toyota engine. The belt is just an indication for me when I go and actually get a new one. This one has been cut and super glued. Super glue, pretty good stuff actually, because I couldn't pull it apart, and that's under tension, so the super glue's held because that's been on there for 2 days. Next job is to strip all this lot down. I was going to do it this weekend, but I've been caught up doing pipe bending, which I hate. That just needed to be done and finished just to get it out of the way, which it's now been done. So I'll be stripping this down and taking everything down to the powder coaters to make it all look nice and neat. That's it really. Cheers, bye.